What's up guys, thanks for tuning back into my channel. I am Ruben from Camilla the 68 Cougar. And this video, this is part 2 of the Ron Francis wiring kit overview. If you missed my previous video, check out the link above here and that'll direct you over to part 1 where we took a look at my existing wiring and we took a look at part of one of the boxes that was included in my shipment. A lot of good info there, so if you missed that, please check that out first before you continue on with this video. And before we get started, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, and if you like the content, please like the content, and also lay down some comments for me. I am building a 1968 Mercury Cougar XR7 Pro Touring Style from the ground up off a rotisserie build. And I'm slowly moving back into the interior of the vehicle, specifically the wiring. I'm a newbie when it comes to wiring, so I'm going to be learning a hell of a lot of stuff as I'm going through this build. So I'm like you guys out there, I don't have the best background in wiring, but guess what? We're going to give it a shot. We're going to put some elbow grease in there. Also in my corner, I have Ron Francis tech support too. Any kits that you guys buy for Ron Francis, they actually have lifetime support to help you guys out during your build and then after your build too, just in case anything pops up or if you're looking for some advice with your build. So in this next section, we're going to take a look at box number 2. Let me know what you guys think in the comments afterwards. I love hearing from you guys. I love talking to folks, so if I can help you out with your next build, shoot them on there on Instagram and also my YouTube channel comment section. Let's get started. Alright guys, here we are. The prominent box in box 1 of, or 2 of 2 actually, I take it back. This should have most of the wiring that I got for Camilla 68 Cougar. And whoa, look at this. This thing is packaged very neatly. They've put together these instructions pretty well. So everything is packaged specific to your vehicle. So in this case, I have a Ford or a Mercury Cougar. It's part of Ford actually. So they give you some information on the ignition switch connections. They give you some info on that. Looks to be a firewall adapter. That way you can run some wiring through. There's some warranty information here. And there's a really cool diagram here. Pretty neat stuff. So this is the Ron Francis Express Kit. So specific to the Ford vehicles within my range of years. I have the XP, or the XP means the Express Kit, 733. So this was for the Ford muscle cars of those years. So this gives you a nice breakdown of the diagram, and it tells you what the fuse panel and what everything is color coded, which is pretty cool. I like that. Maybe I should put these upside down so that way I know how they're supposed to go back inside the box. Okay. Some general instructions here. Very detailed. I really like that, but I am a newbie when it comes to wiring. I am more mechanically inclined, installing and removing suspensions, doing some light welding, soldering. Not my strongest suit, but I've done it in the past. Everything else I can pretty much do, but wiring, I'm kind of not the most confident in that area, but a lot of these things are color coded, so it's really cool. Wiring bag, and this is deep. All this stuff is labeled for you. Wiring bag, 9H dual headlights for the Cougar. This part here, and I don't want to take them off completely, but it's labeled there as well. I don't want to take this stuff too much apart, so let me do this. Put it there. Okay. I got these really cool door lock pulls. They're like at a billet, and yeah, they're kind of cool. Have like a red thing on there. The dash gauges with instructions. Everything is color coded. It tells you individually what wire it is. There's a description on there. So it should be pretty much easy to follow. I would recommend you guys getting a manual for the schematics of the wiring to look at. Turn signal and brake light and horn switch has all the connectors for you here. That's really cool. Let's see what this is here. Headlight switch and tail lights. So, this is funny. You guys saw the previous scene where I had my little wiring kit. Man, look at this thing. It's brand spanking new. And it's all individually named. Right front pack and so forth, rears. It has all new connections too, so that's pretty cool. The only thing I might run into an issue is adapting the pigtails to the holes in the rear panel, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. This is the alternator wire. So I'm running a high amperage wire, alternator in my vehicle. I bought like a 140 amp police interceptor type of alternator years ago. So I'm reusing that. That's been turned into a single wire. So that's pretty cool. And this is the starter distributor wiring. Love that everything is individually packaged well with instructions, and it has all the connectors too as well. Awesome. I'll be using a electronic distributor for my Cougar when I get to that point, so that's kind of neat that that's able to hook up to that. Okay. And these are things that you talk to Ron Francis wiring too. So in my build, I told him about the motor I'm using, the transmission I'm using, what accessories I wanted, and that's the reason why I selected the XP733, because it has a lot of room to grow. I'm gonna put in a decent size stereo system in there. I want the bells and whistles for the lights, the courtesy lights. I want to eventually add power door locks and power windows due to the cage inside. I noticed that I realized after the fact that I don't have a whole lot of room for a roller on my doors. So I mean, naturally I wanted to go electronic windows, or power windows I should say. Anyways, and this kit is awesome because it allows you to grow more. Close this off here. And we'll put this to the side. Right. So here's the fuse box. Again, very well packaged together. I like that a lot. Awesome. Here's the light switch part of that. So that's the pull handle here. I got it to match my door locks. Very nice piece here. It's very well put together, and the craftsmanship on it looks very well actually. So again, this is like the Mustang type of setup. I'm not using any of the vacuum hoses for the headlights on my vehicle. I haven't talked about that much, but I want to convert that to electronic versus the vacuum operated headlight flip switches. I think that's pretty cool, but I want something more reliable, so I'll be switching that part over and over. There's some actuators that you can build it yourself for a DIY approach. They're Ford probe actuators, or the Corvette C4 I think, or C5 actuators can work too as well. And you can build a bracket and you can do that part of it. So this doesn't have all the vacuum hoses to that, because I just honestly I'm not going to need it. Okay, so this is awesome. I love this. Okay, and we got a couple of other terminals here, but mainly I want to talk about this right here. So this is pretty cool. This is the fuse box. So if you know anything about the old muscle cars, you know that they have like those little tubes for the fuse panels, which aren't the best because they're contact based on the ends. They seem to fill quite a bit, and there's really no room for expansion. So this is really cool. It has all the fuses here are labeled for you. Comes in a fabricated type of panel here. I love that part of it. It tells you everything from brake hazards, air, wiper information, the accessory. There's even a power windows piece. And again, like I said, this is a 733 model, express model. And it allows you the ability to grow as your needs become available. So if you're starting off today, you don't have power windows, you don't have power locks, let's say you don't have an electric fuel pump either, you don't have electric fans or anything like that, you can still run this panel and future-proof it too with your build. That way, you know, you don't have to go out there and buy another fuse panel or a different kit once you've already installed one. And you said, oh my gosh, you know what? I actually want to add all these creature comforts later on. So this one is foolproof, which is really cool. And then along this side here, there's additional titles here to tell you what they're for. So accessories, power windows, lighting interior, all that good stuff, the output fans. This is really cool. I love the fact that everything is listed on this Ron Francis panel. So pretty cool stuff. Well built. It's pretty built really well, so I like that part of it a lot. Okay. And this was an option that I got too as well. You can't really tell too much, but what it is, it's supposed to be a magnetic drop panel for you. So this, you'll be able to attach it. You can attach this to the firewall if you wanted. And if you ever needed to pull it down, you'll have to unscrew it from the bolts back here or from the screws from the firewall, and then you can take it down if you need to get some more room. Because as you know, I mean, underneath the dash, there's not a whole lot of space down there, and it's a pain in the butt if you've ever been, you know, on your back trying to look through underneath the dash to assess anything that you need to do or repair anything that you need to do. So I opted for this drop-down bracket. It's magnetic, I believe, if I remember correctly. But it just allows you to take this apart here. This comes off with it, and you can drop it down, and then you can, you know, take a look at any of the inputs if anything gets loose, or if you miss something down the road. It just makes it a lot easier to reference down the road. I'm hoping that I don't have to use it as much, but like I said, you know, if you're starting off with something bare bones, we don't have a lot of electronics that you have today, it would be a good idea to get something to future-proof it for yourself. And then you can also get this drop-down panel too that allows you to you know, bring that down easily and access anything that you need to get. So I'm pumped. This is great. I'm excited for this, and I am excited to start this journey of wiring Camilla 68 Cougar. I'll be showing some videos on that. Check out my Instagram on that part of it too as well as I begin that journey. Rest assured, I will be making videos along the way with this too as well, just to give you guys some insight and give you guys updates on how it's going. Share any feedback that I can possibly get for you guys. So stay tuned for the next couple of videos. We'll catch you guys later.